Many changes have been made in the United States as a result of Al-Qaeda's attack on the World Trade Center in 2001. Since that time, the U.S. has spent more than $10 trillion to increase homeland security. This increase in spending has affected many Americans. A great example is in the airport. We now have a generation of people who have never been able to walk on a plane without a high security check. This includes limiting liquids, confiscation of items, and taking off your shoes. Also, the war in Afghanistan has changed many Americans' lives. Many friends and families have lost loved ones as a result of a war they find unnecessary. Many people who oppose the war argue that too many lives have been lost. This number includes more than 31,000 service members and military contractors. Also, nearly 200,000 civilian lives have been lost. Furthermore, it is argued that the overall cost is too high. This is because more than $6 trillion have been invested into the war just so the U.S. can attempt to understand the country and its people. On the other hand, people see the war as a necessary element to stop terrorism and prevent the deaths of innocent people.
In response to the 9/11 terrorist attack, the United States engaged in warfare with Al-Qaeda, located in Afghanistan. More than 1 million have been killed in the internal conflicts that have also affected the fundamental structure of the Afghan society. The war, which has not been brought to an end, kills a country's culture and ruins its working capabilities, and apart from these, it makes the people an acquaintance with blood, smoke, and fire. Afghanistan's healthcare, economy, and education have also been affected from the war. Most schools were bombed and females were forbidden from the education, causing gender conflicts. In addition, the economy wasn't doing any better. 35% of the population was living under the poverty line, and there was a 4-year drought that limited agricultural production.
Terrorism is a global issue, and I'm sure a lot of people would agree with this statement. Terrorism affects the entire world in many different ways. All over the world, terrorism is happening every day, especially in Middle Eastern countries. Bombings of buildings and shootings of innocent civilians. A global force is one of the only things that can take down terrorism. Therefore, in my opinion, terrorism is a global issue. A story that I can use to support my response is the 9/11 terrorist attacks and the attacks on the Pentagon in Washington, D.C. There is no way these attacks could have been stopped unless we increased security all over the nation. These attacks have ruined the lives of many people and have severely hurt the lives of family members of the victims of the attacks.